Hello everyone and welcome back to Team Vikavolt's YouTube channel. Today's deck list deep dive is going to be an interesting one to discuss. Steven's Metagross EX possesses all the makings of what makes a deck great. Energy acceleration via an ability, high HP, decent damage output, and compatibility with Psychic type Pokemon, which are famously some of the most powerful types in the Pokemon TCG. And yet, Steven's Metagross EX is rarely a talking point when discussing potential competitive options. So I will let you decide where you think Steven's Metagross EX falls in your favor by the end of this video. And as always, if you like what you see here, then check out Team Vikavolt's other videos linked in the description below, and consider leaving a sub, a comment, and a like. Now let's get into it. At a glance, Steven's Metagross EX is a Stage 2 Metal-type Pokemon with 340 HP, a retreat cost of 3 energy, 2 times weakness to fire, a single attack, and the X-Boot ability. X-Boot on Steven's Metagross EX will remind veteran players of the similar Metagross GX from back in the day, which holds a soft spot for me, I might add, since Metagross GX once served as the engine behind a homebrew deck of mine that I once used to garner a first place finish at a local league challenge once upon a time. Booting myself back on track though, the X-Boot ability on Steven's Metagross EX allows the player to accelerate a basic Psychic, Metal, or one of each to a Psychic and Metal Pokemon they have in play. Potential targets include a wide variety of Metal and Psychic Pokemon naturally, including Steven's Metagross EX itself, in order to pull off the Metal Stomp attack, which hits for a flat 200 damage. But it is the variety of included attackers in this deck archetype that provide the real utility. For instance, Mega Skarmory EX allows the player to hit an unprotected bench for 220 damage. Mega Mawile EX allows for big late game KOs on high HP opposing Pokemon, and niche cards like Clefable allow for a surprise factor against an opponent that may not be prepared to have their own attack used against them. Furthermore, it is difficult to state whether Steven's Metagross EX as a deck has flexibility per se. Rather, one could argue that it mostly just tries to make the best use of the resources currently available to it in the standard format. It is for that reason that the ace spec in this deck is Precious Trolley, to allow for more consistent setup of Steven's Metagross EX and friends, or it also sometimes includes a tanking option in the Hero's Cape ace spec. The inclusion of Genesect EX also finds a place in Steven's Metagross EX, adding to its consistency, but again, all of this is to achieve the straightforward strategy of setting up Steven's Metagross EX, powering up attackers with X-Boot accordingly, and attacking until you win the game. Perhaps it is possible that Steven's Metagross EX gets more utility from future releases, but at the moment, it remains a playable competitive deck with popular opinion still floating between it being a strong deck or not. As mentioned before, I will let you decide as I share Carlson Koenig's 306th place finishing deck list for this archetype. This list was played very recently at the Los Angeles Regional Championships out of 1,849 players. Not a bad finish, if I do say so myself. That wraps up all that I have to share today. Let me know what other decks you would like to see featured here on the channel. If you made it to the end of the video, you're an awesome person. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.